Hey everybody, this was an opinion piece by Pete McMartin in the Vancouver Sun. Farewell to my American friends, it's over. I'm going to put the link in the comments and I'm going to read this to you in its entirety. I'm going to take the whole 10 minutes, maybe shorter. I don't know how long. I'll try and read fast. Some of you don't want to listen to me talk the whole time. Look at the link and go listen or at least read this article. And I'm hoping that at least a number of you will listen to what this man has to say, and it's a reflection of how I feel. So first of all, bonjour mesdames et messieurs, comment ça va? Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all well, and farewell to my American friends, it's over. It's been nice knowing you. Goodbye, New York, your Jewish delicatessens with corned beef sandwiches stacked high as your skyline. Goodbye, Detroit, my boyhood neighbor. So long to Tiger Stadium, the Detroit Institute of Arts, and Motown. Goodbye, Bellingham, Seattle, Portland. I know I'll miss my Cascadian cousins with shared Pacific sensibilities. And while I'm at it, goodbye to the cheap gas and shoreline cottages of Point Roberts. Americans' appendix dangling just below the border, not a mile from me. What was once so close has never been so far. Goodbye to Stag's Leap, Pinot Noir, Maker's Mark Bourbon, Hebrew National Hot Dogs, my taste buds mourn. Goodbye to the cowards on both sides of the border who have demonstrated that whatever fidelity to democratic ideals they profess to have extends only so far as their self-interest. They should get a real job, say, in a chain gang. Goodbye to anyone, again, on both sides of the border who bends the knee to Trump rather than standing up to him, as any self-respecting person would and should, and telling him to piss off. Goodbye to a culture that demands we bend the knee. Goodbye, languid vacations in Maui and Palm Springs. My next winter vacation will be in a sunny climate other than what you have to offer, and preferably in a country the U.S. does not treat with disdain as much as they disdain my own, Canada. Most painful of all, goodbye to my American friends, some of whom I've known my whole life, and some of whom I've collected along the way. I can cross your border, but no longer wish to. Your narcissist in chief has decreed that my countrymen, Canada, and I have the choice of becoming destitute, vassals, or enemies. I am choosing the latter. Mr. McMartin, so am I. Meanwhile, your silence and the silence of all Americans in response to this aggression leaves me disheartened. That silence speaks volumes. We have heard you loud and clear how little our friendship means to your country. Goodbye to the image of America I once held dear, the America of Miles Davis and Cannonball Adderley and James Brown, of George Gershwin and Aaron Copland, of Norman Mailer, Kurt Vonnegut and Mark Twain, of Dr. Martin Luther King and Franklin Roosevelt. Goodbye to what I envied as a country that prided itself on encouraging unparalleled innovation in science and art and business. Any good that remains of it has been overshadowed by rapacity, cheap commercialism, and egotism. Goodbye to that ever-present sense of inferiority I once had when considering the relationship between Canada and the United States. What doubt I had of our own greatness is gone, and in its place is a certitude that Canada is superior to the U.S. in every way that matters. I look across the border now and I see a violent, burgeoning autocracy, now ever on the edge of civil war, and a population that is either cheering that on this new brutality, or quaking in fear of it. Goodbye to tepid patriotism. If Trump has done us any favor, it is awakening in us to the fact that we can no longer take Canada's existence for granted. The bad actors in the world have begun to look covetously upon our improbably vast land that is laden with riches. That want those riches, and the niceness as a national character is not enough to dissuade them from taking them. Schoolyard bullies don't want to be buddies. They want your lunch. After a long era of living a geopolitical life of convenient economic and military subservience, we are awakened to the fact that we are going to have to relearn our independence and fight any way we can to keep it. Goodbye to living under the American umbrella or any form of American hegemony. Goodbye to negotiation, wheedling, genuflecting, or feel-good hands across the border fairy tales. The American government has shown that established alliances mean nothing to it, so cannot be trusted. In Trump's order, all the old verities are off the table, so let us make new ones. Do levy tariffs as we has promised, and do grit our way through the inevitable economic pain. We will rearm as if we're going on war footing, because we are on a war footing. Conduct the mother of all public relation campaigns that let Americans know how badly they are perceived in the world, that they're gone from the shining city on the hill to just another empire with the same tired territorial ambitions as Russia and China. Do anything to impress upon Americans that their government is without real friends and allies, and that they are in essence alone. So goodbye, America. It's been nice knowing you, but I don't know you anymore. I've reached that point in our relationship where any admiration I've had for you has been replaced by a new angry resolve, which is I will not consort with the enemy. And now Canadians are waking up to a new realization. The realization that we no longer have to define ourselves as not being American. We can now proudly define ourselves as who we actually are. In spite of our traumatic past, in spite of our indifference to the French fact, in spite of our mistreatment of indigenous peoples, in spite of our mistreatment of cultures that have come here in our past, looking for new opportunities, new hope, a new life, we, over the last half century, have tried to make a difference to our past. We have tried to really understand that it does in fact take a community to raise a child. That we do in fact in Canada understand that we are our brothers and sisters' keeper. We do accept that trans people are us, are one of us. That they have power, that they have individuality, that they count, that they matter. That women matter. That they're not going to be subverted and subjugated, and that their rights aren't going to be subverted and subjugated in honor of bending at the knee of Trump. Canadians understand all that. We have a universal healthcare system that isn't just a dot the I's and cross the T's political policy. It's a reflection of who we are, that we care and give a damn about our fellows. You in the United States have shown that you're turning your back on your better angels. You're going with the dark angel on the other shoulder. What happened to you? Complacency and apathy is what happened to you. Democracies, civilizations rise and fall with apathy and complacency. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends, wrote T.S. Eliot. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. And the United States is whimpering and cowering as we speak. We cannot do that, my fellow Canadians, moving forward. Wherever you're from on this country, we are united as one at this moment in our history. The most important election in all of Canadian history is coming upon us. Bitch about proroguing Parliament. Whine and snivel about Trudeau. Go on and on about bail versus jail. I don't give a damn anymore. It's sovereignty. The Conservative Party will be turning its back on us. We can't allow that to happen. Poilievre is mini Trump. Trump Jr. Trump Light. Call it what you want. We need leadership in this country that will protect our future, not cower to the Americans and give in. Put the military on the border, says Poilievre. No. We will decide what we want to do with the border, not what Trump and the Americans say. Are you with me? Good. Let's go. Game on.